Well, hello and welcome to Conscious Gatherers. My name is Beverly Thompson.
And I'm AJ Royce.
We welcome you this to episode season 8, 70. Try again. Season 7 and episode 165. I have no idea. Excuse me. Where the 8 came from. But anyway, I think I'm jumping timelines. We're talking about timelines lately. Anyway, we welcome you to this lovely, actually sunny day where we're at. And I do know that many people that are listening may have gone through quite the storm and cold weather. So we wish you all the best, that you're staying warm and getting plenty of good food.
Yeah, we had a lot of snow, a lot for this area, and very low temperatures for this area. So seems to be the norm for the whole East Coast.
Definitely. Yeah, things are changing. So here we are. All right. Well, welcome everybody. Again, season 7. And we have a few things to share with you. Obviously, our insights, as we have in our past episodes, as well as, well, actually, they're all insights. And it's on little different things, different topics. So we will cover those, and we're anxious to do so. First of all, though, do take everything that we say into yourselves if you want. You always use discernment because we are giving you our insights and also our opinions on some things.
Mm-hmm.
And even though we try to stay neutral. However, just some things pop up and, it's in our face. It's like, okay, what are you going to do about it? Mm-hmm. And it happens in life. Well, if there's an issue, what are you going to do about it? And you take care of it, right? And so I think that's a lot of what is happening now, because I think more of it's within ourselves, even though we think it's in the outer world. So you have any words on a wisdom on that?
No, but I'm right there with you.
All right. So feel free, those of you that are listening live, feel free to write anything in the chat if you have any questions or comments or thumbs up, whatever it may be. We do appreciate that. So, we know our viewership is it's not real high, but we do understand what we're doing is very, very important, and we take it very importantly. We take it to our hearts, and because every time we get together, we learn so much more, and we want to share that with you all. And so here we are. So again, use discernment as what we're going to give you next. And if you have any questions within yourselves, then that's okay. Start questioning, because I think there's a lot of misinformation out there, and you're like, okay, what's true, what's not true, and that some of that's going to be addressed in an insight that I received a few days ago. But it gives you pause to think. So, all right. Anything else you want to say about that?
I reconnected with an old friend, Josette. So if you happen to view this, hi, it's good to connect with you.
Yeah. So. Well, we'd like to connect. We're connecting with you all, and a lot of you we don't know, but I think on a deep level we do know you, and we're all in this together. We incarnated on this plane of Earth at this time in order to move this Earth into a new place and time, so to speak. So, to me, it's extremely exciting as we're going along this process of, you can call it ascension, awareness,
evolution.
Yeah. And that doesn't mean adaptability. In fact, I was listening to somebody last night mentioned evolution along with adaptability. Are you going to adapt to what? Well, we've adapted to what once was, and that's changing. And then all of a sudden, we're finding upheaval all around the earth, and because there's a lot of things that need to go. And like
Yeah.
adios.
Adaptability works up to a point. It works up to the point where the program changes. So it's we're no longer in the same program. It doesn't fit who we are and what we are anymore because we are evolving into more luminous creatures. So
Definitely. I don't know if we ever really fit into it. Um, yeah, things went on in Earth. That kind of knocked us down a little bit, and now we're getting up, and you dust yourself off, and you go on, and really realizing really what wonderful human beings that we are, and our capabilities are incredible. We just don't know it yet. Some things, yes, but a lot of things we're still learning about ourselves.
yeah.
So tune into yourself. It's going to give you a lot of answers.
Oh yeah, you're going to be. If you haven't done that yet, you will be thoroughly surprised for the better.
And you may think, am I making this up?
Yeah.
We said that numerous times.
Yeah, because it's so contrary to the norm of what we were taught before,
Mhm.
or what we absorbed, what we swallowed, and it's not us.
And a lot of those old programs, I feel that that's what is happening on this world, and there's so much fighting, and the old programs are falling, and again, they don't serve us anymore.
Yeah, clear across the board, the old programs are falling.
Yeah.
And it's a wonderful thing because what awaits us is incredible.
It is. It goes along with what I received this afternoon. So, um, it's just interesting to observe what's happening in the world without jumping in and getting yourself all revved up or nervous or anxious or whatever, mad, anger. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that today too, because that is going on. And some people are just going a little nuts. So it's like okay, but everybody's on a different path, and I understand that. But if trying to get the words to how I'm trying to say this, um, the words to keep yourself calm, start observing versus jumping in with both feet. And all of a sudden you're like, oh God, my feet are wet. What am I going to do? And then, what do? You step out of the water and you start absorbing, or the mush or whatever you stepped into. And, you just move yourself out. And then the more that you do that, you observe yourself, you observe the world, or yourself in that world. To me, it gets easier. And like a lot of times I go, and yeah, a lot of times I'll say, is that true? And then I'll hear no or yes, but depending upon what I ask. But yeah, I don't know. I ask. So um, anyway, you all have this capability within you, and use it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead, and I'm going to find one thing I wrote a few days ago, and I did. Yeah, this is everything we mark. This is my journal, and so I do drawings or whatever comes to me. And yes, I do have a lot of visions, and words will come forth. And so many times I write it down. Sometimes I don't, because some profound things come through. Actually, very profound, and like, whoa, okay, this is what's happening. So I thought this was interesting when I received this message. And if I recall, it was kind of late at night, but I'm really not sure. So here goes. I'm going to share with you now. So many are falling into the abyss they made for themselves. Soon they will figure out that the abyss is not real. This will confuse many who fell for the dictums they ascribe to, and that is the propaganda that has and is pouring out in the medias, mainstream media, and social media. That's like, duh, especially now. um, to continue, humanity What is there to gain by following those you feel are being truthful? Feel the energy of what is being fed to the people of Earth. Is it the orange man who enrages many of you? Look deeper, and that is deeper within yourselves. See what is being shared and shown. Is there a collapse going on? Yeah. All the lies, mistrust are being outed for what they are. Once you recognize this, sit back and observe. It is spilling out quickly now. Keep love in your heart and remove all hatred, for hatred doesn't serve your highest good. Soon the fields will be seen as fields of glory. Relax, so much more to come. Then the new chapter will begin. Does that kind of fit?
Yep, yep, it does.
Yes, now, of course, the Epstein excuse me, files came out a few days ago, and it was like, oh my God, all the stuff that's coming through the, at least the social media. So I don't watch mainstream media unless I watch a few excerpts here and there. But I mean, it's pretty amazing. Now, are they true? I don't know. It's like some of it, I don't care. But there are certain people that have been involved in some very nefarious deeds, and it's being outed. And if they are guilty of such, you're going to see them stepping down because there'll be nowhere to hide. And it might be a little shocked, but observe and then you just let it go.
Yeah, we knew this was coming because we knew that we could not keep going the way we were going, which is a dead end road. And with our evolution, it's like we have this, the infinite string of numbers with the dot, dot, dot at the end of it. It keeps on going. We have that built into ourselves, into our DNA, into our mental capacity. Everything about us has that dot, dot, dot. It keeps on going. If we did not change, if we did not flush out the stuff that doesn't belong anymore, the lies, the hatred, all of the garbage, if we didn't flush it out, we would be stuck, nowhere to go. So we have to get rid of it. We have to flush it out.
Or again, it's going to overtake you.
Yeah.
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 It's like,
And that pit, as you state, I don't know if you've read it yet or not, but the word abyss, it fits because, you feel like nothing.
Yeah. Reminds me of, you remind me if I say this?
No.
Because you felt that once. You felt that total separation.
Yes, it's in my book, When the Night Comes Creeping. There's a chapter in there, and it's called, I believe it's Like Living Hell, and that's what it felt like. That live part of myself, whether you want to call it soul, spirit, or whatever, it was lifted from me on purpose so that I could get the experience of what it feels like to be without that. And it is horrible. You cannot see life, love, livingness in anything. It's all black and nothing. And that when you feel that nothing, I was able to glean an understanding of what these people who become murderers, not so much because they want to end somebody else's life, but they want to feel something. They get to that point to where they're just trying to do something to so they can feel again. There's nothing inside of them anymore. It's dead. And so I was able to get an understanding of that. And whew, not that I condone it at all. That's not what I'm saying, but I was given an understanding of what that feels like, what drives certain people to do what they do, and it's horrible. I don't ever want to feel it again.
I was thinking the word hell,
Yeah.
and people, think that when you die, you're going to go to heaven or hell. It's been one of the programs that it has been out there for quite a long time, right?
Yeah.
Through religion, and you already, so many people are living hell, and to me, that's living hell versus where you go when you die. So it's a state of being versus a place. Now, if it's a state of being, it seemed like a place because everything was dark. And so, I mean, you can call it both, um, but not necessarily that's where you end up eternally because, an all loving God, omnipotent God, why would he give you such a place? And as well as Satan. Satan and God are not the same thing. And I'm thinking, everything, God's in everything. A lot of you are going to say, what? But that's my feeling. People have souls, and there are some soulless people out there, yes. And more biorobotics is what I was calling them.
So
And
that would be just an end, but not torture, an endless torture. That's not. It would be just an end.
oh, okay, as in hell.
No, you were talking about like the robotic
Yeah.
people without a soul.
Yeah.
When they die, this is me talking from what I've been able to glean from my experiences. When they die, it's just an end.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not an endless torture.
Mm-hmm.
A God who is love, which that's one of the shortest verses in the Bible. God is love. If God is love, where's the love in that?
Mm-hmm.
And so I see no endless torture for
No.
anybody.
Makes no sense to me. So yeah, exactly. Well, thank you for explaining that. It's like, what? All right. Today and this afternoon, I did receive the following, and our insights kind of fit together when you look at it in certain ways. At first, we're thinking maybe not, but then but the more you think about it, it's
Yes.
like, yeah, there is some familiarity in both.
Yeah, because most times, we're ours. They just go right side by side, and they really fit. But today you have to think about it to see how they fit.
So I think they fit. They do. All right. Here we go. Excuse me. I want to talk about the sun too, by the way. So remind me to tell you about. We're going to talk about that after a bit. Okay. All is playing out before you. To hurry the process will not be beneficial. You asked if certain rumors are true, and your answer was no. Please do not believe all that is being shown to you. This orchestration of bringing down the deep state is an arduous process. Many people are working on this diligently, along with many of your galactic friends. Soon the truth will no longer be hidden. Many people will cover their eyes. Hold fast your own emotions as you go on this roller coaster ride. Behold the new day. Recognize within yourselves your part in this movie. Are you the ogre, villain, or savior, or none of the above? Respect your decisions. If not, choose again. Soon you will witness the greatest transformation the world has ever known. Radiant joy awaits you.
Hear, hear.
Yeah, to me that was all positive. It actually is very similar to what I wrote a few days ago about going into the abyss. So it's like, certain rumors, are they true? Yeah, yeah, I've asked. Should I go there?
Go.
All right. Well, I was asking about in the supposedly in the Epstein files, there's some not so nice things coming out about our president. And, I'd like to know, is it true or is it not true? Do I support this person or don't I support? And I have supported because I do feel and have felt for a long time that is all part of the takedown of the deep state that no longer serves this world. It's a hijacking of where we've been and putting these programs into place, and those programs are now falling. So that's my opinion, and that's what I'm seeing. And so I asked, is this true? I mean, it's some pretty crappy stuff. And I tell you what, I got an immediate no. And a lot of these people or whatever they are putting out this misinformation. Trying to figure out how that was said because I was given some words on that. But basically, it means they're going to be outed for putting out this false information, trying to make this guy look bad. And now you can say that about many people, but he's one of that focus right now. And if it's not true, these people are going to be outed for it, and then they're going to be caught in their own crap, so to speak. So it's like, don't believe all this stuff that gets repeated that you may find on Facebook or wherever. It's a load of what.
I can give an example of the false narrative being put out there. You've probably heard about Melania, the documentary put out by our First Lady, and Google put a couple of those, highlighted segments. When you go to look up something, all these other things flash up. A couple of those. There was one in particular that got my attention. It was saying that the sales were so poor, and they had a picture of a staged entryway to a theater. And they even went so far as to put one of her posters on the floor, and there was nobody there. Now that is projecting a pure lie. Google, you're lying to all of us. And I don't care what you have to say about it. It just irks me to no end how the narrative is being fashioned in such a way as to try to make people think along what you're thinking, and you're doing nothing but pushing a lie. Shame on you.
You don't think that's part of the deep state?
Yes, I do.
I do too. So even though I use it and you can get some good information, but so much of it's BS.
Yeah.
And so because from what I've heard, it's the box office sales have been
astronomical, way beyond what anybody expected. So I'm just very angry at Google. Can you tell?
Observe. Don't put both feet into the muck, please. You can see how easy
but
it is.
It's the manipulation of people.
Yeah.
I'm up to here with the manipulation of people, and people everywhere are doing it to each other. And it's just really a sickening sight to see how people are buying into being manipulated. Yeah. And all we have to do is use our sense of intuition. It's built in, but it's like a muscle that atrophies. If you don't use it, you start to lose it. So we have to start exercising that sense of intuition. Pay attention. If something sounds just like, oh, look at this horrible story, look at it again and wait until you get your own feedback. Does that feel real? Does it feel like a lie or does it feel like a truth? You'll know. So that's what I have to say for that.
Thank you. I was unaware that Google even had that out. So, it's like,
Yeah.
come on, guys, just don't believe all this shit that you're seeing out there. All right.
And it's about to hit the fan.
That's already hitting the fan. Yeah, just don't let it get all over your face. Oh, ew.
Ew.
Okay, I said it. All right. Would you share your story that you received today?
Sure. When it started, I was like, what? but I kept on going with it, and I got to see where it ended. And it's kind of neat.
Mhm.
Amongst the pebbles on the beach, that which once was glistens in the sun. The beachcomber comes along and sees the glistening items and says, "Oh, look, what have we here?" And so the games begin. First, there is a discarded pop top, a reminder of someone's drink from long ago. Second, there is a strata of mica, a beautiful yet thin rock we use sometimes as an insulator. And thirdly, there is a beautiful ring, a part of someone's life, somehow got swept out to sea by the tide. And then a real gem, a piece of amber encapsulating a tiny fly whose life was frozen in time well before the fly would have chosen to have its life halted by a stream of sap. All of these glistening items have something of worth to offer when given the time to ponder. The pop top brought back a flood of memories. The mica illustrated how thin the space between you and me. The ring reminds us of commitments we have made to other people, sometimes at the peril of our own selves. And the amber shows us that it is good to remember the past, as long as we don't get stuck there. And so the beach and the beachcomber become one, the master and the teacher walking side by side through eternity's gate. So there's something to be learned from everything, even the Google yuck, teaches me, don't even look at that stuff. If there's something that I really need to know or want to know, I'll come to it, or it'll come to me by means that are nurturing, by means that lift me up, by means that really teach me. So I don't have to depend on social media or the internet. I depend on something that Micah cannot shield between you and me, something that glues us together, something that makes us one. And all the information is there. for each of us
Excuse me.
if we'll just take the time to get it, to ask for it, to absorb it. It's really a beautiful world. And if it wasn't a beautiful world, we wouldn't have a will to keep going. But we know that it's a beautiful world because that beauty resides within each and every one of us. So it's a beautiful day.
Right there, Mr.
In
Rogers.
spite of some of the appearances, it is a beautiful day.
Yeah. That's interesting. I received recognize within yourselves your own part in this movie. And so, like, we've heard that we're in a movie.
Yep.
And
Or the play.
Central casting, that word's used by the administration. And it's like, And that, this is just one part of our whole life. And we've talked about timelines and timeline adjustments, which was interesting on the last episode when we were cut off. But today looks good. So
yeah, we seem to get cut off at interesting times.
So you get a little shaken up, and then you laugh because it's like, what are you doing? Whoever that is. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
And we choose to go on. Excuse me. All right. Get rid of that. All right. I may have to excuse myself. We want to talk about the sun.
We've brought up lots of things about the sun, and there was okay. Get me started with what you were thinking.
Okay.
The sun birthing something. Yes.
Yeah, because there's some CMEs going off, and I'm gonna have to get up for a moment. And you know about that. So if you share that.
Yeah, if you don't know what a CME is, it's a coronal mass ejection of the sun, and there's an awful lot of that going on, and it's actually playing a part in the our evolution and the evolution of the earth. Some are saying that it's amped up so much now. It's approaching a dangerous time, and you can look at it that way if you want to. But for us, for the spirit which resides within us, there is an amplification going on. And the sun itself, the way I understand it, is there is a resonance being set up that actually creates a new song for, you've heard of the music of the spheres. The sun has its own song too, and that is being amped up and made into a new song. So this is playing part in the awakening process for the planet and for us as individuals on the planet.
Well, I missed everything you said, but I'm not sure how far you took it.
Go ahead and start in, and if you repeat something, so what?
All right. I'm going to say I'm not sure about this part, but we're going to share it. I'm going to share it. And that the the sun has been known as portals, right? And I think most of you listening understand that. Is the portal part going away? I was seeing actually a grid inside the sun. Did you tell them that?
No.
Okay. In my vision, saw the inside of the sun, and it could be an overlay, interlay, whatever you want to call it. But it was dark, black, and then I could see energetic lines, like a grid pattern that was, perpendicular, of course, layered throughout that whole center part. So I thought, well, that's kind of interesting vision. And then you had mentioned that they're taking down the portal part of the sun. So
Yeah, that grid, at least in part, what it was doing was doing what the grid's doing, and closing off the portal part so that nothing can interfere with this thing that is coming.
what does that mean for Earth? Overall, I think we're going to be fine. I think we talked about going into just a whole nother space. I was going to look some of that up. I forgot to do that before today. We, as in Earth, and part of our solar system. I told a long time ago that part of our solar system is splitting, and certain planets are going to other areas, and Earth was going to go in an area near Sirius. And I was told that years and years ago and wrote about it. And so is that part of what's going on? And the light of the Earth is changing itself. So the light's, actually coming up from the Earth. And so you're talking about a whole new world. I mean, it's a whole new world.
Yeah. So the Earth will be and is beginning to emit its own light, generate and emit its own light instead of just reflecting the light from other bodies around it.
Yeah, exactly. Now, back in the vision a couple of nights ago, we're on the phone, and so we started seeing this. I could see an absolutely huge ship, a craft that left the sun. I mean, it could be, the ship itself could be bigger than the Earth. It's kind of hard to tell, but I just knew it was huge. And you were hearing New Jerusalem.
Yeah, the song New Jerusalem.
Yeah, and there is
the Holy City, I think is its proper name.
Yeah. Okay. Well, New Jerusalem. Now, this is what I've been told or heard about, is also the name of Sananda's ship, or Yeshua's Sananda. And then also the Earth is going to be called New Jerusalem. So we're putting it out there, how all this is going to happen. Not quite sure, but it looks like there's a lot of changes going on in the sun. And obviously it's affecting the Earth. And so are we going to have what's been called a Carrington event in the next couple of days? We'll find out, but it could affect the grid system. So anyway, we're supposed to talk about everything.
Explain the Carrington effect.
I believe it is such a burst of energy, which happened, I think, in the 1800s, maybe 18th. Boy, Stefan Burns talks about it quite a bit if you look him up on YouTube, and and it's where there's some huge CMEs, and it's like one after another, and it's so much energy that's directed toward Earth and, of course, other planets, but it messes up with our grid system, I believe. So don't quote me on all this, but you can look it up. Carrington is Carrington. So that's how I understand it. Okay. Is that all right? So we'll see we'll see how this all turns out. But that doesn't mean I don't see any real devastation, anything like that.
That's evaded me too. I haven't seen it.
No,
I've seen changes with some things on the Earth, but not anything that we couldn't get out of the way of.
I do think there's a force field around the Earth, even though I'm told that's been dropped. Maybe another one that may protect the Earth as the changes are being made. So a lot of this is speculation. Some things, obviously I've seen, and like we discussed, I think at the last episode, we don't know when we see these things. We don't have a calendar in front of us.
Doesn't have a time as a date stamp.
No. So, when's this going to happen? I don't know, so, but the visions keep coming, and a lot of them just fall in line with one, with the other, with another and another. So, just be aware.
Yeah.
And also, we got all these planets, living beings too, and you give thanks to the light of the sun. I love the feel of the sun, especially when it's cold out. I really, it feels good on me, and it warms our planet. So, we have such a symbiotic relationship with humans and the earth with the sun. Of course, our bodies with the sun.
Mhm.
It all works together. So, anyway,
Yes.
go ahead.
And the thing of what's happening, something else that's happening with the sun, unless I phased out, um, about it giving birth to something new.
Hmm.
Did you mention that?
No, outside of portals are closing. I wasn't sure if you did. Oh, yeah, go
No,
ahead.
no, I didn't.
Okay.
So we have both seen that the sun is giving birth to something new. All of this activity is the end effect is birthing something new. Now, exactly what that is and what it looks like, I really can't say.
Well, you did mention on the phone, I wrote it down, about a sonic resonance.
I told them all
Oh,
about that.
okay. All
Mhm.
right, good.
Yeah.
All right, very good. All right, anybody have any comments? Of anybody else aware of what we're talking about or seen anything, feel anything? You know, speak up. Okay. I'd love for you guys to comment once in a while because sometimes we're like, we go out there a lot. So,
Yeah.
well, many people would term out there. We're not, it's getting kind of normal in a way. Even though a lot of times we are surprised, like, what the heck? But, for years we've known something was happening. So here we are, and we're starting to see the changes that are going on. All right. Thank you for being here with us today. We appreciate it. And interesting times. They continue. But just stay calm as you can and just sit down and breathe. If you get that nervousness or anxiousness, and you might be feeling the collective.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, calm yourself and just and be conscious of your breath. Take that deep breath and hold it, and then let that go, and just feel the energies go, wonderful golden light energies that go over your whole body down to the earth and back up, and just hold yourself in that presence, and your whole body will start calming. All right, you want to add to that?
No, I don't think I can after the Google
Oh.
episode.
What happens to Google her episode? Yeah, just sit down and calm yourself. So
It's okay to express yourself. That
yeah,
was
it is.
very truthful what I expressed. So
It's okay, but
and I didn't stay there. Yeah, the
Yeah.
thing is, you don't get stuck.
Yeah.
So we acknowledge something's there, call it out, and move on.
There you go. Yeah, glad you did it.
Yeah.
This is like, we're not doing
Yeah,
that.
the deception is disturbing.
It is. Nobody wants to be lied to.
No.
So, number one, don't lie to yourself.
Yes.
That's a whole nother subject. Because sometimes we do. And it's like,
And it's easy to do that because we have certain wants and needs, and if it's not getting filled in any other way, then make up something. But it doesn't work.
it doesn't. Definitely doesn't.
You can't fool Mother Nature.
I think that was a commercial once upon a time. All right. Thank you all for being here, and we'll be back in 2 weeks. And I think it's 2 weeks. So any comments, please add them, in the chat or just in comments on our YouTube page. We appreciate that. And blessings to you all. Hold on as we're going through this roller coaster ride. And some things, they may not make sense, but I do feel that there's, a big plan underway. um, I know that word's been used, but I do feel that is happening, and it's what I received today is just it's playing itself out, and don't get so caught up in like how come this is not happening, how come that's not happening, and why are people yeah, you get upset because you're thinking, God, I'm done with this, I'm tired of this, blah 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 blah, but then get back to what pleases you, and do what makes you happy. Be it your work, be it your play, be it reading a book, or cooking food, whatever it may be. Continue on with your lives.
Important, especially now.
Yeah.
Just finding something that gives you joy.
Radiant joy is the word I
Yeah,
got today.
that's right.
Yeah. So because you affect everybody else too. I know we're all in this together, and talking about the collective a moment ago. The more that you bring in those positive vibes, or whatever words you want to use, energies into the collective, everybody can feel it. And so you want to raise that vibration.
And I do want to put it out there from me to all of you that I am sending the highest thoughts I can conjure up, enveloped in as much love as I can manifest, to all of the people who are putting out information that they know is untruthful. I'm sending that energy to all of you, because you have to be deceived yourself in order to be doing that. And so my thoughts directed toward you, and I'm presenting them as a present being placed at your door for you to accept or to reject. My present to you is for your eyes to be opened, for your heart to be opened, and for the truth to be revealed to you, and that you act accordingly. On behalf of all of us, no matter who you are, what your connections are, I don't care. What station you hold doesn't matter. How about we all act as human beings with that ... placed within us that says that we are such beautiful beings, full of light, and capable of spreading that light everywhere we go. So that is my present that I present to you, and you open it if you want to.
No, thank you. Thank you. Love to you all. Bye. Good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.